Plus, it's just ugly. And I want to take it down and clean this door and repair this trim and get rid of all the cobwebs. There was hanging over here. It's actually a plate holder, and James and the kids were using it to put helmets on. And so then the door couldn't shut all the way. And that was driving me crazy. So I took it down, which was what then led me to the shoe holder thing. So I need to find a place to put the helmets, to have them hanging. I'm not sure where that will be. Maybe over there. So, yes, today is supposed to be my resting day. I'm recording this Wednesday, the last day of November. Yeah. We have been working like demons on this massive declutter. And I was going to rest today, and I have rested this morning. It's now almost noon, and it's only in the last half hour that I changed my mind. So I did rest quite a bit this morning. Probably should rest some more. I will be putting my foot up throughout the day, of course, but I went in the office for something, I don't remember, to put something away, and realized that my precious angels, my babies, who were not under my supervision at the time, of course, you know how that goes when you tell kids, do this or do that, do this a certain way, put this away a certain way. If you're not there to guide them, and whatever the task might be, sometimes it doesn't always right away get done the way that you instructed. So I got in there and saw, oh no, they didn't this, they didn't that. I thought they had gotten absolutely everything out of there from around the printer, the gifting drawers. No, there was more. And I was like, I can't just leave this. I just couldn't. Mentally, I couldn't. Okay, I just couldn't. So I started gathering all of it up. And then, of course, I saw other things, and then I saw other things, and then I went and rearranged the shelves, and then anyway. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes, and I'm going to put my foot up for 10 minutes. Then I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to make another cup of coffee, and I'm going to start sorting the stuff that I brought out of the office. Okay, I've dragged all that other stuff in here, and I'm going to sort this out. I've got a bag for garbage. Oh, yeah. Gonna make some tough choices. And then I got another crazy idea in my brain. Am I addicted to decluttering? Is that possible? Maybe. Or maybe I'm just on a roll with something that is wonderful. Another crazy idea that has come into my head is to take out the keyboard. The kids have not been using it regularly for quite some time. It ends up being a catch-all, which is just not ideal, you know? Also need to finish taking fall stuff down. Forgot about that. But it's just taking up space. Is there somewhere else that we could put it? Maybe downstairs in the hallway. If we're able to move all of the Lego stuff into the laundry room, then this could go downstairs. But it's another of those kind of out of sight, out of mind kind of things. I think the kids will be even less likely to use it. So as I have been finishing up the gifting station, getting it to as good of a place as it's going to be for now. Like, ideally, I would like to have matching totes, have them be all cutesy. That costs money, and I already have all these, and they were free. So the thing that I'm mostly annoyed with is the printer paper and how I'm storing that. That is, of course, all dumpster salvaged. Many of you will remember. And then the tote with the gift bags. I am not in love with the way that is, but I had promised myself I would not be putting anything back here where the printer goes. Yeah, I dumped out the shredder over there. Guys, I'm on a scooter. I'm doing the best I can. Anyway, I had promised I wouldn't put anything back here where the printer is other than the printer and like the modems. So I couldn't put the tote of bags like standing next to it. And I also couldn't put the printer paper down there because I made myself a deal. Anyway, so my thoughts are this. I have this other shelf. I'm going to buy one more, and I already have the brackets And I even know where they are now. How about that? So when I am able, or maybe I can talk the kids into helping me, I'm going to go ahead and put up 2 shelves right up here. Guys, we have a small house. We're doing the best we can, okay? Yes, we're getting rid of so much stuff, but there are still things, you know? And shelves are a great way to maximize your space. So, and I got that shelf for free. It just needs to be cleaned. In fact, I got several of these for free, didn't I? Anyway, I am going to put them up here. I do have the like wall bracket things. I could do that, but it's only going to be 2 shelves. So I might just do just the singular brackets rather than this whole rack for brackets. I don't know yet. I don't know, because like my husband's got this thing here. I guess actually we could do the wall brackets, you know, have them on the runners or whatever. And these things could go on the shelves, or that whole unit could move to one of these, to the tops of one of these shelves. That's not a bad idea. See, there's one of the brackets, and then the other one is over there. I can't get to it at the moment. That would be really cool. That might be the thing to do. Anyway, so I've been cleaning and cleaning. I've been taking stuff off the desk so that we can dust it, get it tidied up, get my husband's things together. And then I noticed this. And yes, I know there's so much other home improvement stuff. You do not need to point that out. Those things will be a lot easier to get to and make happen with so much less stuff, with so much less stuff in the way. So we're just going to keep it on with the declutter. But anyhow, there is this bag, this shoe bag, over-door shoe bag that we found in the bins years and years ago, and it has been very handy, but I'm wondering if this, I don't know, is the best possible use for it, and how much are we really using it anymore? Like the batteries, we have batteries in it, that's helpful, but the rest of it, I don't know. I'm thinking we could make it so that it either is over here on these shelves or on the shelves that'll be up here, or down on these shelves. Like, because there's stuff in here that we just don't use that often. Home improvement stuff, painting, that kind of thing. Wouldn't it make more sense to have those kinds of things up high, you know, because we just don't use them that often. And then down low, where the kids and I are more easily able to get it, have, you know, ribbons and pencils and markers and, you know, glues. Well, we have those in the crafting center and the markers too. But anyway, have that stuff down here, rubber bands, batteries. It would make more sense to have them down here. I'm so glad I haven't labeled anything yet. That is on the list for today, but now I'm rethinking it. Definitely rethinking it. I need to get those shelves put up as soon as possible. That's what it comes down to, because that's really going to make sense. I think that's going to make sense. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, it's just ugly. And I want to take it down and clean this door and repair this trim and get rid of all the cobwebs. There was hanging over here. It's actually a plate holder, and James and the kids were using it to put helmets on. And so then the door couldn't shut all the way. And that was driving me crazy. So I took it down, which was what then led me to the shoe holder thing. So I need to find a place to put the helmets, to have them hanging. I'm not sure where that will be. Maybe over there. I don't know. And just to have this wall, like right here, just be totally empty so that the door can easily shut and I can easily get through, whether on a scooter or not. Wouldn't that be awesome? I also ordered more of these pegboards to go either up high or over here for James for Christmas, because it's too much. It's too much for that. And that pegboard was a great gift that I gave him. That was such a good idea, but it's, not enough. Not quite enough. Not nearly enough, if I'm honest. So that's what I'm thinking. He has also started having the kids hang their backpacks in here, but they ended up pulling the hooks out of the wall because they just weren't strong enough. And I just barely had put into the van in the donation stuff some really heavy duty IKEA like coat hooks. So I need to see if the kids can go and find those, because hallelujah, luckily We have not had those taken to the DI yet, to the donation yet. So I want to bring those in and put them in with these really strong wall clamp things that go in the wall that I bought for purposes like this. I want to put those up over there for their backpacks. But if I'm going to do backpacks there, then I can't do the pegboard there. We might have to change our minds. Another thing is those shelves up there have been kind of pointless. Like they've not been utilized very well. So it might make sense to take those shelves down, maybe move them over here. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. Okay, please bear with me. I'm just thinking out loud about how best to do this. Obviously, the majority of this is my husband's stuff. I mean, some of the tools and stuff, that's household, that's everybody's. And especially where we're going to have the kids' backpacks in here, we need to factor in all of that. But yeah, I need to have my husband in here helping me kind of map it out, figure it out, obviously. But I'm trying to just come up, with some ideas to kind of get on the right track, to know what things maybe I need to get, as far as supplies. But for the kids, definitely I'm going to do the hooks for their backpacks, and I'm going to figure out somewhere to put them that isn't in the way. Like, this could be the place. We have a vent over there, though, and I don't want to cover the vent. What if we were to hang the backpacks along that wall? We had them hanging in the hallway, and it just was a disaster, okay? It was a disaster. I'll show you that project, too, in a minute. But like James has his bikes here. He hates for anyone to bump into them. If you're not like bike aficionados, then you won't know that these are very, very valuable. They're worth oodles and gobs of money. I do Disney, he does bikes. We each have our thing. And even bumping into like this little wire thing, see that little tiny wire, is like a really bad thing. You don't want to bump into that. Okay? I don't even remember what it's called. But anyway, so I have to be careful. I don't want to say, oh, let's put the backpacks over there, and then him not like that idea. So I'm going to start with at least getting the hooks out of the van so that they don't get donated, and then he and I can together figure that out. The problem is I don't want to tell him that I'm getting more of the pegboard for Christmas. That would ruin the surprise. Also, I'm not farting. I'm just rubbing against this thing. I just have to make sure you're aware of that. God. Anyway, I don't know. First, okay, we need to just focus back in. First, we declutter. We finish decluttering. But also go and get the hooks so they don't get gone, because they're really nice heavy duty ones and I don't want to have to buy new ones for it. Let's do that. Let's finish decluttering. Then let's sweep all these webs off the walls. Let's clean the walls. Let's vacuum. And then worry about pegboards and hooks and God, whatever else. Let's refocus. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and get that shoe rack off the door and take it to the other stuff that I am sorting. Okay, so real quick, I did get the thing off the door. I'm going to drag that along with me, but I wanted to show you what I was talking about. So this hallway, it's a narrow space, and especially with my scooter, even without the scooter. So there's some things that need to be done. So some of you will remember I got this coat hanger thing out of the dumpster. No, this was here when we bought the house. That's right. It just looked quite a bit different. It had wooden pegs on it that kept falling out. So I painted it and replaced with these metal hooks. Well, the backpacks get heavier and heavier as your kids get older and have more and bigger and heavier books. And so 2 of the remaining hooks are totally bent and 1 completely broke off. We are not going to be hanging backpacks on here anymore. It is just going to be coats and hats, probably umbrellas. We also have grown. So little kid coats, they don't go to the floor, but teenager and grown-up coats do. So also on the list, yes, while recovering from surgery, I'm resting a lot, you guys. I really am. And this is helping me so much mentally and emotionally. So anyway, gonna take that off. I'm gonna order all new hooks, put the new hooks on, and then move it up to just barely below this card holder, envelope, letter holder. That's the plan. Think how much better that will be. Yes, we have a small house and a fairly big family for the year 2022, but it doesn't mean we can't make it work. Modifications, they matter. Stuff I bite off, you know? But then look at how much more space we have, like, all together. And once we vacuum and dust, this is worth it. Progress. It's happening. Might not look like it, but it is happening. I am sorting out all of these little totes. I've got the sticky pads, bunch of those. They're all from the dumpsters. And in there, I also had stuff that should go either in the crafting center or with the tools. So that was fun to find. And now it's going to go all where it belongs. Sorting out clips and pins and push pins and other kinds of clips and timers and tools and apparently some batteries. I don't know why those were in there. This is why I need to be doing this. And that's for GoPro. That shouldn't be in there. And I'm pretty sure those are water balloons. I know I bought this for something. It's a little click counter. Click, 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 click. I don't remember what. I know there was a project. I know I paid for it. I know I haven't used it in at least like 3 years. Well, maybe longer because I don't remember what I used it for. An issue that I run into a lot, and we'll talk more about this, is the sunk cost fallacy, where I have to keep it because I paid for it, like cash money, especially as the frugal mama, you know, like our great grandparents, some of you, your grandparents, some of you, your parents, washed out your zippy bags, which I have been known to do, and saved every possible container and reused and reused and reused and patched absolutely everything that could be patched because you had to. But you also didn't have a house full of this, you know, consumerist nightmare. We don't have to hold on to every single thing, even if we paid for it. It's hard for me. I have like so much anxiety. I've been dealing with it, working through it with my amazing mother-in-law, because this is not the first item that I've come across that I paid for. Look, oh my God, just because I paid for it doesn't mean I have to keep it. Yes, I paid cash, but I have paid in a million ways with blood, sweat, tears, time, and energy, and gas money, and wear and tear on the car to acquire all the other stuff. So I mean, let's be honest, I paid for those too. All this other stuff that I'm getting rid of. So why should this be any different? Well, because I bought it brand new? Because I used money, actual, like money. What is money anyway but numbers on a computer? This has been such a process for me. Such an just emotional and mental roller coaster that I had not anticipated, but that has been so healing. While my foot is healing, while my family is healing from just the hell that we have been through the last 3 years with my never-ending health problems, surgeries, God, all of it, with Olivia's situation that I'm not going to go any more into that than that. If you know, you know, and you know that, you know, we've been through a lot with my sweet Olivia. And then the kids having to deal with everything and just up and down and all of it. And that's, you know, besides like the global nightmare that all of us have been going through. This declutter, this massive, insane declutter on a broken foot. Shoot. How many of these do I need? How many stapler things do I need? Little tiny stapler? I've got another little tiny stapler and a big stapler. Why do I have this one? Staple removers that I got out of the dumpsters. I don't know, in the last 5 years since graduating with my degree, I can't think of the last time I took a staple out of anything. You know? But along with this is also finding this really awesome Elvis patch that now I'm going to wash and actually use. And finding a card that I gave my daddy. And worse than that, when we were cleaning out the safe, there was the shirt that my daddy died in. Well, by the time he died, he was in a gown at the hospital. But the shirt that they cut off of him. God damn it. Cleaning is not just dusting and vacuuming and throwing shit away. It is so much more. And it has been so hard. Physically, it has been insane, okay? Many of you have asked, should I even be doing this right now? You know, I mean, I had foot reconstruction, not even 4 weeks ago. But I'm sticking within the limits of what the doctor told me. I'm non-weight bearing. 2 more weeks, less than 2 weeks. And I'm on the scooter and I'm listening to my foot and I'm elevating it, a lot. I need to be doing this. If I just stay here on this damn couch where I have been stuck for half of this year, no, I will lose my mind. I will lose it more than I, have already. Woo! No. I have to do this. I need it. My family needs it. The house needs it. Saving and salvaging, especially on YouTube, as your job, as your source of income, is a beautiful, wonderful thing that I am so grateful for. But when my foot is healed, when I'm able to drive, when I'm able to walk, to climb, to carry, all of that. Yes, I am going back to dumpster diving. But it's not going to be the way it's been. It can't be. It has to be, okay, you bring it in, it's got to be gone by the next day. Get it sorted, get it figured out. The next day, donate it. Now I know so many more places where to donate specific things. I've learned that this week. It can't be like this. It can't ever get like this. Not ever again. No one needs 9 million different kinds of Post-it notes and staple removers and saving it for someday, maybe, is not helping the environment, your footprint on the earth, society, your family. It's not. And especially if it's been there with good intentions for years and no one's used it. It's pointless. It's detrimental. It's dangerous. No, it's not going to be like this anymore. And I know so many times I have cleaned and I've cleaned out, never like this, of course, but I've decluttered and I've organized and I've put systems in place. And so I know plenty of you are like, how is this any different? Have you been watching? How is this any different? Oh my God. It's different. Forgive me a loony cackle. It's different this time. Breathing. Breathing is good. Not as much right now because of all the dust. That's the other thing. You go and do your declutter, you're gonna raise all the dust, and it's gonna. Ugh. I want to get this part finished before the kids get home. So I'm going to jump back in. Thank you for letting me get all that out. If you're going to dumpster dive, especially if you're going to dumpster dive on YouTube and need to be making content constantly, because that's how you make your money, just be aware. Be warned. I know. Doing like delivery service or Lyft or Uber or whatever is looking really tempting now. I know it is, right? You're like, YouTube? Mm-mm. It can be done. It can be done well. It can be done without this disaster. And it's what I'm going to try to do. No, God! It's what I'm going to do.